Bonjour, hello, welcome to Max Mountain World. Always work with music when you're working along. Today here's one for the Top Tips Corner, my work playlist. How to renovate a ceramic hob. Let's go. So like I say in the intro there, have a look at my playlist, Work, the Top Tips Corner it's called. And you pick up a lot of stuff like this in it. There's a lot of stuff that you probably find useful, interesting, whatever. Anyway, today this guy is going to get renovated fairly quickly as well. Now I'll explain what's what as I do it obviously, but the principle here is tonight I'm on 2 and a bit weeks holiday off work, so I've been getting everything of mine done. Basically the principle is get your own stuff done first and then help others or do others or whatever. So my stuff, I'm 100% happy that everything is up to date. I've started attacking these as something to do just to wind down before I take my time off. So on to the video, less of the yapping. So working on another principle is the objective. The objective here is not to scrape this to whatever. The objective is to have it looking good. Now you might look at this and think, it looks pretty okay as it is. If I put on the kitchen light to the right, above the kitchen sink, and it starts to reveal 1 or 2 things that might be amiss, like, you know, this stuff here is well crusted on. But if I take my trusty torch to it, that's when you start seeing all of that stuff in the actual torch beam. And that's just one ring. The little ring's not been used too much, but some stuff has been spilt and burnt on, sort of thing. I can do this with 2 hands. And again, the back one, not really been too much, but this large back one, just look, it's had spillages, it's been cleaned, it's burnt on. I'll be dealing with all that, and here's how. Another quick principle, we're working with the light from the ceiling in the kitchen area, light, natural light coming into the building, into the room, the apartment here, and then we have this that I just switched on, but that's as the clients will see this, and whatever I do with that is going to be much better. And it's, yeah, have a look at this as it is just now and we'll see the transformation. So the equipment I'm using here, pretty simple, trusty torch, a standing knife with a fresh blade. That's the important thing, a brand new blade. If it's not brand new, then I'll clip it off at certain levels and make sure that what I'm working with is brand new. I've got a rough cloth just for cleaning off as I scrape. I've got window glass cleaner, and this is for applying the glass cleaner, making sure that I can clean everything off properly, and then the finished product produced with that. If I have something that gives me a bit of resistance, I have a sort of scouring cloth and also this jobby, but so far, touch wood, I haven't had to use that yet. First off, with my rough old towel thing, give it a good wipe off. It takes any grease or whatever that's on it, because if I get grease on that blade when I'm scraping, it just makes the job more difficult. Give it a quick clean off, and that in itself, I can feel the roughness in the various parts around here and around here. The little ones aren't too bad, although I will attack them, and that's what my rough cloth is for. Next is to go scraping. Further advancement of light, this is why I'm using the torch. You can see around here all the rough stuff, and I'm going to get rid of that. Now you can see probably there's a lot of scratches on these already. This one isn't brand new, it's probably, looking at the type, it's probably been in for about 2-3 years, but it's rarely had a deep clean as such. Now my knife here, it's brand new blade as I say, up there, and I'll use that as a scraper. My finger on the edge here to control where the pressure is on the point of the blade or on the back of it, and always working away just lightly, blade at about a 45-degree angle, and this is beginning to scrape off this stuff. And don't worry, it's not scratching the hob at all. It might just end up scratching a little bit, but this is going to look a lot worse before it looks better. Now I can feel, as I say, the rough bits, and I'm applying the pressure accordingly. Round this white area here, which signifies the edge of the heating area for them that's cooking, and you can see the residue coming off already. So I'll just continue round, and if there was grease around here, that would be a lot worse looking. So let's just go around. You can hear, I can change fingers, change sides. It can be quite tiring on the fingers just doing this constantly for a matter of minutes. So just working on this one ring, again the rough cloth, rough towel, just get the residue away so I'm not working my way through the residue, and it's already beginning to look a little bit better. On this one ring I'll show the transformation. Little bit of liquid, that's the glass cleaner, and then this soft cloth. Soft because that allows me to feel any stuff that I've missed or not caught. The transformation here is pretty spectacular. Now there's a couple of rough bits there, so I'll just go around it. Again, you can hear it, you can feel it. We're pretty good at that. That feels smooth now. So again, apply a little bit of the wet stuff, shove them aside just now, and the finishing rag, which basically dries off the product, and there's no scratching at all on that. I think you can see the transformation. Yes, it's scratched up, but the other advantage as well is the clients aren't going to be approaching this with torches and stuff and looking at it and going whatever. How they'll see it is like that. So that was just to show what I did. I've done the first ring. The two little ones, they'll be easy. That one at the back, a bit more of a challenge. What I'll do in the lead out here is I'll do a quick scan, as it were, before, even though I've done one ring already, and then I'll show you the finished product. It's a pretty spectacular transformation and quite easy to do. 5 minutes, 10 minutes for the more difficult ones. Just working with light and then leaving something that the clients are going to find is perfect. That's the objective. Okay, thanks for watching. Really need the torchlight for this, but have a look, and this is the one that I've just done. Again, it is scratched up, but people aren't going to be inspecting that. It looks pretty good at that. The one at the back, still to be done. You can see the difference between the one I just showed you and that one. So I'm going to tackle this. That one's not too bad, although it needs a little bit, and this one doesn't get used so much. A quick polish up's all that one's going to need, although there might be a little bit around here. I'll be able to, yeah, I can feel that with my finger. So basically getting it to a stage where I cannot feel any roughness as I'm cleaning, and then just polish it off. Somewhat easier to tackle the not so bad ones first. You can see that that's kind of spread itself a bit of grease, but when I get the product on that, that'll clean off nicely. And again, not too much pressure, not too much angle on that. More angle is more cut, as it were, but the ceramic surface can withstand that. It's designed to. I mean, it's supposed to have pots and pans rubbing over it and everything, so there's scrapes and stuff on it, but the objective here, get it looking really good as the clients will see it when they arrive in about 5 weeks time. Bit of a tougher bit at the back here as it's close to the other one. You can see the residue that I'm peeling off as well. That brown stuff is well burnt in, and again I can feel that smooth now, so need a bit of a heavier angle on that. Change hands, handy being ambidextrous, and increase the angle of it for more cut, and that's just peeling that stuff off very, very nicely. It's yeah, takes a bit of effort, a bit of patience, but in the end yeah, it's quite tough going, that one. Just wipe it off and see how I'm doing at that. Not so bad around here, so got to work round there, Blue Peter style. I'll come back to that when I've done that. So I'm back onto this particularly burnt area, and again increase the angle of the knife on the blade, decrease the pressure. This is why I don't use these scrapers. They bung up too easy. You don't have the same control of anti-scratch or whatever you're doing. Again, a lot of pressure, a lot of angle. It's cleaning that off. It's not scratching. The scratch is there already. You can see at the tip of the blade. Nothing I can do with that, but it's not important. So the other thing as well is these white rings, they get covered in it. You can scrape them, they're actually below the surface and you won't scrape through them. As I go over that, you'll see that effect. So on we go round, I'm going to do the rest and come back to the transformation. Bit of a tough light working with this, this lighting and whatnot in this corner of the kitchen, but you can see all the residue that I've managed to peel off here. It looks pretty scratched up. It's not. That's the sort of grease side of the residue. So a quick wipe off, and if we just zoom out, now I've got a bit of a light issue going on here, so I'll cover that. That's come from outside. In fact, I'll do a curtain thing and just, yeah, hang on. Okay, that's a bit easier to work with. Now, squishies with the glass cleaner, just a little bit, not too much. The more I put on, the more I have to take off. And what I'll do is just go over it with this guy on the rough side of it, and I can feel if I've missed anything. Seems okay, just kind of gets it all distributed as well, the liquid, the product. Go around, that feels okay. And the back one that I just did, that was a bit of a challenge, it seems okay. So having sussed that out, I could do that by feel. Obviously I can't do that on camera to show the feel, but again, working with torchlight and give it a good clean up all over. Now I'll just go around the buttons at the side here too while I'm at it, why not? Keep turning it, keep shaking it, get on, and then the final one is with the clean rag, and the transformation almost complete. Around. There are a couple of bits that I've missed here. I don't know if they're just scratches or a mark. Just a mark, it's nothing. Scratches as well. So in the reflection I can see where I'm getting rid of that sort of filmy effect of it all, cleaning it all off. Just do it bit by bit. Keep turning the rag to make sure I've got clean stuff on it. And that's it. Let's go and have a closer look at this. So this is what I've finished with. Not too bad. That little one only needed a little bit. Not too bad. That's a scratch mark there. That little one only needed a little bit. It's doing good. Now these might look pretty bad, but round here where the torchlight is now, that was a mess before. It's all gone. Now it might be a bit scratched up, but in light, that is like new. Ideal for the clients to view when they come in. Nice clean hob. So that's it. That's as the clients will see this as they come in. You can see the reflection. Yeah, it's a bit clean, but the cleaners have still got to come in and do their stuff before the season opens. But that's the worst of that. That is ready for them to get it absolutely perfect around the buttons and get rid of the filming and whatever. But the main objective of doing this job, you can see the white rings are beautifully clean now as well. Just the first impression. You'd want to be cooking with that, I'd say. Now, before I go, please subscribe, support my channel, and also it means you're not going to miss out on what's next. Tonight I'm on 2.5 weeks holiday. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. Get the alerts, get everything. Just come with me on this little adventure. There's going to be some pretty weird stuff happening in the next few weeks. Radio videos, geographic videos, 2-3 other things. Keep subscribing and you won't miss out. Thanks again for watching. Ciao.